Hello, buds. This is Danielle, Tax Press Lady. Thank you for stopping by the channel. First thing I'd like to ask you to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that like, comment, share, do all that good stuff so you don't miss anything good that I'm bringing to the table. Today, guys, I want to let you guys know that the student loan debt forgiveness application is open. Now, they've opened this beta portal for you to fill out these short form applications for student loan debt relief. As you know, Biden announced they were going to provide student loan debt relief for people with $20,000. Well, up to $20,000, they would take away that debt. So a lot of people were saying, oh, I heard it's not going to really be open until the end of December or the beginning of 2023. That's not correct. I actually went in and did one of the applications myself because I do still have a bit of student loan debt on my account. So we'll see. But the application was very easy. So you would go to studentaid.gov/debt-relief. Again, it's studentaid.gov. Even if you just put in studentaid.gov, there's a bunch of things on there and you could find debt relief application. But that's where you go to get that application. And when I pulled the application up, it was pretty easy. Basically, you just had to fill out your name, your social security number, your email address, and a phone number. And then you click submit, and then you get a page like this that says thank you for your application. So you know that you completed everything you need to do. It's not a very big form. It's a very short form. So they have most of your information. And then it says, we'll contact you if we need additional information. So go in there, studentaid.gov, and fill that out immediately. Because these beta applications that they put up, it's sort of like a trial to see, okay, if we get tens of thousands of applications, is our system going to be able to take it? Are we going to be able to process it? Do we need to critique the system? Things like that. Excuse me, guys. Sorry if I'm getting a bit of an echo. My microphone cover is not doing its job. But anyway, there have also been a few changes in the student loan debt relief program. Because, first when the politicians get on there and they say, oh, there's going to be debt relief up to $20,000 student loan, they act like everyone can do it. That's not true. Because Biden actually changed it up a bit. And it says, he changed it that if you had field program loans or Perkins loans, the field program, they were the federal family education loans. Or if you have Perkins loans, you no longer qualify for student loan debt relief, which is a sad thing because most of us, or most people that went to school or going to college, they try to get a couple different loans and grants because it helps it out. Perkins being one of the top ones, so I'm kind of confused on why Biden would say, hey, I'm giving all this student loan debt relief when in actuality there's a few stipulations to that. So, and then the federal family education loans in the same sense. I just feel like if it was going to be a debt relief program, why not include everyone, or all the loan service providers could be have the debt taken away. So that's a bit of a downfall for people who have those loans. But still, if your loans are across, like I had a few different loans, when I went to school, and so I filled out the student loan debt relief form because it will offset at some point. Even if it doesn't take away the Perkins loan, it'll still offset my other loans. So in any event, you got to go in there and do that, the student loan, studentaid.gov, and then you can put /debt relief, or else you can just type in studentaid.gov and it'll bring you to a screen where you would, pick from the choices that are given on there. Do not miss out on this, guys, because these deadlines, they say the main live application will not be till the end of the year or the beginning of the year. Get in what you can right now, because you don't want to be bombarded with this influx of people who say, well, I got time, I'm not going to do it till December or January, and then they have this influx of applications, and then you're trying to get a hold of people and this and that. You know how that can be. Same thing goes on for tax season. Tax season, we call it tax season because a few months before your taxes are due, all the portals open up and people run and file their taxes, But taxes are actually done all year, especially if you own a business. You may have quarterly taxes or semi-annual taxes. It depends on how you worked it out with your accountant or your state, county rules that you live in. So taxes are done all year. So it's just like that with the student loan debt relief. You don't want to, lollygag and say, I'll do it here or there. Get in there right now and get it done. I also found a few other deadlines that the government had put up. Now, there says November 15th, 2022. Apply for student loan forgiveness by November 15th in order to receive debt cancellation by the time the payment pause expires on December 31st of 2022. So this is major, because even though these other dates and numbers are out there, according to the IRS right now and the government with how they do the student loans, they're saying apply for student loan forgiveness by November 15th of 2022 in order to receive cancellation by the time payment pause expires on December 31st. So we had a payment pause because of different things. I think they put it on for like the pandemic and all these things that were going on. So most people didn't have to make payments on their student loans. Well, that pause is going to end on December 31st of this year. And you want to get your debt relief application in before then, just to avoid any other obstacles, and that you don't try to put your application in and your payments are due. That doesn't mean you don't make your payments. If you don't put your application in before December 31st and the payment pause ends, so then your payments are due every month for your student loans, you can't just put your application in for student loan debt relief. So I would definitely get in there and do that ASAP. If you need any help, if you don't have access to a computer, or you could even do it on your phone, contact your tax preparer. They could help you out with that. You can contact me, whatever. You've got to get this done, because we got to get our credit right, okay? Okay, and those things can be on your credit. Definitely, I all the time fighting with getting student loans taken off of people's credit. And a new year's coming. You want to start off fresh. You want to raise your credit score. You want to be on the right path to have a successful year. So I also wanted to touch base with you guys on child tax credit, because a bunch of people were saying, oh, I haven't received that. And I actually have a few clients in 3 different states that have not received the advanced child tax credit payments. Now, every state has their own rules. Some states have deadlines, which you have to put it in by. But also, no fear, because some states I found out, let's say California, they had a deadline for advanced child tax payments. And if you didn't make that deadline, people thought they were just, out of luck. But that's not entirely true. We researched and talked to the Department of Revenue in California and learned that you can still claim it with your tax return that's coming up in the new year. So I wouldn't miss out on that. You could even go in now and do an amendment. I wouldn't really recommend that because they're paper. You can only do them paper, and it may take a little bit longer. But for the upcoming tax year, you can always claim your child tax credits, and you'll be able to get that in your income tax refund or advance payments throughout the year, or both. So don't miss out on that. Some states I see, like if you just look up your state's Department of Revenue, or you could go to the IRS website, but usually the Department of Revenue is the ones who are handling that. And you can see how you can get your child tax credit payments. Some states I see, let's say I'm going to pick one, Colorado. Colorado residents, they have to be 18 before, must be at least 18 before December 31st. You have to be a Colorado resident for the entire 2021 income tax year, and you have had to file a state income tax return for 2021. If you haven't received your payment in Colorado by September 30th, then you'll receive your money by January 31st. Now that was Colorado's Department of Revenue said that. So if you filed your taxes regularly in 2021 and everything was fine, and you didn't receive it, you should receive it. You should have received it by September 30th. But if not, they're saying you could receive it by January 31st. So there's still luck. But every state has its different rules, so you got to go into your Department of Revenue. It's really easy. Go into the Department of Revenue on your phone, on your computer, whatever, and look up their guidelines for the child tax credit rebates, the child tax credit advance payments, those things that, they really come in handy throughout the year. And, even when you get your income tax refund, okay, it's great to have that added piece of money on there. But then throughout the year when things may get a little tight with different things, those payments come in handy. I also wanted to tell you guys, there was a stimulus update for the fall of 2022. And with, prices rising and all kind of things like that, the IRS revealed that they had not sent as many as 10 million stimulus payments out. I am so confused, because when we're late paying the IRS back, they charge us interest. They really come down on us. We may get an audit. We may have to have a visit from an IRS representative. Like, things can really go nuts. But they're admitting to not have sent out at least 10 million stimulus payments. How do we get those? I have a few clients in limbo right now. We're still trying to get certain payments. But one thing you have to do, you have to have an account with the IRS, because a lot of people also, they don't know where you are. You've moved several times. You haven't updated your information. You may have moved before you did your income tax or even after. And, they don't know where to send that check. So I understand those things. Or people who don't have to file tax returns. Sometimes if you're not receiving like Social Security or disability or things like that, they don't know what your address is and they don't know where to send that check. So you need to go into irs.gov and you want to make an account. So you can click on my account or, to sign up and make an account. There are specific things that you will need. You'll need, of course, your identification, your Social Security number. You're also going to need something for them to verify your identity. And there's a few things on their list, like a student loan account number, auto finance loan number, your bank account, like a credit card. So things that connect you and It specifically identifies you. So you will need those things. But the important thing is to make an account with irs.gov so you can get your stimulus. There's so many rumors and all these different things about the stimulus, which is, it's really sad that we can't just get concrete information. But one thing someone asked me, oh, I owe child support. I don't think they would give it to me anyway. That's not true. The stimulus you were entitled to. So just say there were 3 stimulus. One of the stimuluses, I say that, stimuluses, one of the stimulus could be affected in a certain way by your debt or your child support if owed, like that. In any event, you still would be eligible for the other 2. So if you have not gotten 2 stimulus payments, then you need to contact your tax preparer, irs.gov, or Department of Revenue. If you have a local Department of Revenue you can go to, you can ask them, or you can call. They have an 800 number in your area, I'm sure, to see, hey, why didn't I get my stimulus? And was one of the stimuluses taken out? Did I say that right? Stimulus. I'll have to look that up. One of the stimulus, you can ask them if one of the stimulus did go toward their child support. In any event, you want to be sure you get that. We all need that money. Don't fall, but let it fall by the wayside. So also, if you're disabled and you can't, some people can't get to a IRS or this or that, or they don't do well on the phone or this or that, you can actually call or request a tax advocate, and they will actually come and help you and get you through what you need to do with your taxes and stimulus and all those things. And that could take a minute with all the things going on, but we'll get a ball rolling for you. So that's the information I got for you guys right now. I'm going to come back in a little bit with another video, not about this information, but about some other good stuff I'm bringing to the table. So don't miss out, guys. Thank you so much. This is Danielle, Tax Craft Lady. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell.